So in today's session, we are going to discuss about how to use Angular Material UI library in your web projects. Now, whether it's a routing based, component based projects, that is the different thing. Okay, that is like that is not that has nothing to do with the Angular Material library. What we studied about the Angular Material, that it's a UI library provided by Angular Material, by with the help of which we can able to generate the rich UI. Apart from the HTML components, we have Angular material components. So we need to use it for developing a declarative and a current requirement UI using Angular. So let us discuss this. Now I'm creating a project, as it is going to take a lot of time. So I already started creating it I'm creating a project by the name of demo 19th October for the routing enable, right? And then I'll switch to the project called as demo 19th October. Okay, and then ng yep, add @angular /material, so that your project will become compatible for Angular material UI library. Yes. Okay, I'll select the CSS, and by selecting a customize CSS indigo pink, and then I'll click on yes options to add uh, material typography as well as animation for Angular material. By these all the settings, it will make your library enable or library available to your project. In today's sessions, I'm going to give you the simple way, and okay, fine enough. So now what I will do, I will open the same project in the Visual Source Code. At the same time, parallelly, I'll start the server as well. Okay. As I promise you, so that I can give you the simplest way how we can use our Angular material library. I believe this is which project. And this is your new project demo 19th October. It is, yeah, it's compiling, and I'll get the results, and then I'll. Now we need to uh, work it out like a designer now. Okay, so because uh, Angular is useful framework for UI designer. So today we'll be focusing on how uh, we can use the skills for the designer and all. So designer perspective, we are going to discuss about in today's sessions. It's compiled successfully, and now I'll get the result on the browser. That server will start on the 4200 port. Yeah, this is what you will get by default, right? Go to the Visual Source Code and open that source app component and app component.html, and remove this default one and make it a blank. CSS is already blank. Now you guys know that uh, the first call goes to that index.html, right? First call actually go to the index.html, and from this index.html you are referring to this app root, and in this manner that app.component.html is getting a call too. Now let us understand. I want to like here, if you the browser, if you go to the browser, okay, if you refresh now, if you save it now, if you want to save all, then there is a save all option is there. Okay, if you are in the different file, and then you go to the browser again, you'll get the complete blank. Now there is nothing in the app.component.html. Now if you want to have somebody might ask you the questions prior, if I want to have a background color of entire page, so then you are not supposed to make the setting in the app.component.html. Why don't you have to specify background color over here in the index.html? Let us, for applying various colors, we have a control called as color picker. You can go with the color picker. Here it is, color picker is there. You can customize the color instead of directly specifying the color. You can customize any colors you required over here. Let us say you want to have a color like this, or any other color which you pick. Okay, there are color pickers already available over here. Let us say you want to, whether you like or not. Okay, well, we'll pick a random color, and if I pick up a color like this, okay, and I want to apply this, what I will do, I'll get the body class equals to topography typography. That is actually the material typography. Then if you can specify directly inline style equals to background color, okay, and you specify paste this color, okay, that color code uh, which I copied from the color picker. You can as I already told you, in the color picker you can specify the color, right? And then here, what happened with the body? Okay, and save it and check it out about the result. Here it is. You get the result like this. Okay. If you need a different color, you can pick up any different color which you need, and you can specify that color. So you, as I said, I'm just like in today's sessions, I'll be discussing about uh, the Angular UI designer perspective. Okay, how they need a different color and all. And if you can, as per client requirement, as per the requirement, you can able to pick up your color and you can able to apply over here. Okay, this is one thing. And if you want to have a complete background color of entire Angular applications, not by only the app.component. App.component is the component model, okay, which was appearing over there. But if you want to have a complete background color of the like that particular single page applications, then you can go for these things over there. What I did, I just use a color picker and I inline style I applied, okay, for the background color in this manner. You can even apply some of the different inline background colors, inline style for this particular index.html over here, right? Okay. Now after that, we know that we have a Angular material component library available. If I want to pick up any component, we already come to know how to install the Angular material on. I'll pick up the component, okay, just like the Shashank and somebody tried, but they are getting some errors. So okay, I'm just like giving the easiest way how we can uh, pick up these all the given components over there. Let us say I'm picking a component called as card. Okay, there is a card component available. Now card components overview. Okay, you'll get the result like this. Okay, this way example. Okay, this is the result of your card component. Now, card component means, okay, this is the layouts are given and there, there your components will be appear. So, if you want to have, let us understand, if you want to have the same results, okay, on your Angular application, what you can do. So, fine, what you have to do, you have to go for this view code options. I'm saying this is the example of a card. Card means, okay, where that layouts define over there, where there you can replace this image with your image. You can replace your text by the by your customized text and all. Anyway, what you have to do, you have to go to the view code. In the view code, as I already told you, okay, there are three options: HTML, TS, and CSS. Okay, so if I copy this HTML as it is and switch to my app component.html and paste it. This is the example of a mat card and save it, mat card. Then just try and understand, okay, it's a material card example we are using. And in the CSS, even I can able to copy this CSS. CSS will be applied to app component.css. Okay. And now app component.ts, app component.ts, and app model.ts. Okay. In app model.ts, app model.ts, I'll be moving to the API because we use the mat card module. So the API will be, okay, API will be on the top. So here you import the API. Don't copy that TS as it is, okay, and go to the API. API means application programming interface. That example was completely depend on the mat card module. Mat card module. Okay. So you go to the app module.ts and import this. Import mat card module from Angular material dot card, and this mat card module you need to add it to imports as well and save it. Okay, what I did, I go to the API and that API was given means that example was a example of a particular API. So I copy that API and that module I added into the imports as well, and that's it. Okay, if you go to the browser, you'll get the result like this. Okay, but till we are not getting the appropriate result because that mat card was not applied. Okay, you can save that all. I believe one is unsaved is there. So you save all and now check. Yes, it is. Now look that mat card model get applied because that app.model.ts was not there. So now as per that card module, that component is applied over there. So is it not that easy, guys? What you tried and what I tried. Okay, because just understand one thing. Now just keep aside about routing, keep aside about various components. Now because you know one thing, if you are using various components as well, so what it will happen if there is login component will be added, register component will be added. Every component have a three files. What that files are? HTML, CSS, and TS. Right? So what you have to do, go to that component, replace your HTML, replace this CSS, and in the app.model.ts, if you can add the model like this, right? Your model will start work. Are you getting my point clear? So this is one way. Okay, now let us say you want to hope you got this. How to use the card example is clear to you. Okay, it's very simple now. Now let us say if you want to have some other things like, as I said, you have a form field, maybe form field. Go to the example. Okay, this is about the form field. You want to use it. Okay, whatever the forms are. What you can do, I'll again go to the, I will remove this now. Okay, then I'll go to the HTML. I'll remove this HTML contents as well. I'll go to the CSS. I'll remove that CSS as well. Agreed? Now, what the result I'm getting? It is obvious. It will be blank. Yeah. Save all. It's compiling might be. Yeah, and you get the blank result like this. Now, pick up any different example. You want to go with this form. Now, I'm just picking the random one. You want to use it. What you want to do? You have to go to this view code. Okay, and this copy this entire code as it is. And save it to app component.html. Okay, and then pick up the CSS. CSS is there? No, there is no CSS available over here. Okay, they haven't worked on CSS. Fine. Then go to the API and whichever the component API component they are using, you copy this API and just in the app.model.ts you import that, and mat form field model was there. You have to add that, right? Save it, save all. Okay, and refresh. Maybe set for the compilation. Let it compile firstly. you'll get the result like this. And if you are getting some errors, okay, so you control C and recompile it again. Your server is on, it means it was like compiling the things in the background. So if you have some new things are there, so you can terminate the server and recompile it again so that you can rebuild your application again and again. Yes, it is. Now that error is gone, and you'll get the result like this, that entire form. So till we are not getting the appropriate result, yeah, like this. This is different form. Okay, that, yeah, this image we are not getting. Okay, let us check it out. TVS is different. Okay, that is, there is no CSS applicable, and then we'll have a API over here. And material. Right. So hope you guys are getting it. Okay, the reason is the to apply this all the API. Okay, these are the ready-made things about the what we're talking about. If you want to have any other uh, things working, you need to just remove this HTML, CSS, and in the app module you have to just import that API and specify the in the imports. That's it. You can at least that all the uh, app components what we are having over here, that you can use it. Let us check with another. That is one another thing is there, that is okay. Tabs is there. Okay, and then tabs example, this type of, yeah, here it is, first, second, third, this kind of tabs are there we are using. So if you need tabs like this to generate, what you have to do, I'll just like give a simple example of it. Go to the mat tabs group, and okay, HTML. Let us check it out, and then you can have a CSS directly. Don't copy the TS, and then in the API you add that API. Okay, and API need to be added to the app module.ts and import this math tab module as well. Okay, and save it, and save all means if, because when you, whichever the current file you are having, if you use control S you can save that also, but you check it out here, there are some unsaved files are there, so you can go with the, to want to save all, then you can go for save all option. Okay, because then only your, yeah, your compiler will come able to compile that and give the result. Here it is, it will start recompiling again, and after successfully compilation only you'll get the desired output. Yeah, if there is some errors getting there, so it means you have to uh, yeah, let the compile it firstly. Yeah, if it is clear, then terminate the things and recompile it again so that all the errors can be rectified, and okay, it will access that particular library. Because why did errors we are getting? Because that it is trying to access that library, but it's not getting that specific library accessible. That API component is not what I'm talking about. Yeah, look here. Here got the tab components available: first, second, third, sort of. Okay, we're having a different background color. That's why it may be it's not appearing. But anyway, I'll go with the index.html and try to make a background color little bit. Yeah, it's, okay, make it some bright one. Yeah, here it is. And probably now you can get it. Okay, first component. This is the tabs. Okay, tabs you are using in applications. Various types of tabs. If your application having various tabs, okay, then you can use this all the components over here. So guys, I'm trying to explain you how we can. There are a lot of things available over there. If you want to have a table, okay, and if you go, you select the component, go to the examples. There are a lot of elaboration is there. You can study it also. If you want to generate the table like this, okay, then what you have to do, you have to go to the code, okay, you copy this entire HTML code in the app.component.html, okay, then app.component.cs need to be used over there, and then you go to the API, and that app.module.ts, you copy this API, and at the same time add that particular module, okay, into imports as well by specifying comma. So in this manner, that particular component, given component will be accessible to you. Hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. So today I'm discussing about how to get the code from the various examples, because as I told you, okay, Angular material is the only key area by which we have to use for the UI development in the Angular. So whenever whether it's a routing based, or component based, okay, component that is a different thing about. But now we want to generate the UI, so you take a ready-made components, import the API, and use it in your applications over there. So today you have to practice this all the stuff. Okay, see you soon. So I'm having a very limited time now, okay, for this meeting over there. So if you understand everything clearly, you need to. I'm just like sharing this recording to you guys, okay, and then you from this Angular material.